A movie like The Happiness of the Katakuris cannot have a normal review, because it's not a normal movie. You go in knowing that this is from the director of Ichi the Killer and Audition, two of the greats, and yet The Happiness of the Katakuris is still in a league of its own. Believe me when I say that this film will not be getting a normal review, and if this is the first time you've ever seen Nocturnal Horrors, welcome. This film is about a family who opens up a small bed and breakfast in the hopes that a street is going to be built towards their house so that all the business will come flocking their way. Unfortunately, every guest who stays there ends up dying. So here is my abnormal review. It's got a little Radiator Springs locale issue mixed with an empty motel a la Norman Bates and a tendency to lean on bodies of water for important issues even if they're drained. It has serious friction amongst characters deciding what to do with a body, and I gotta ask, when is breaking into a song okay? It's okay when the song starts with an entrance like this. You gotta make sure you advance the story during these songs or everything can fall really flat and lose momentum. But don't worry, this film has momentum. It's also got that old school Tim Burton thing going with the Clay and Vincent, and why can't we stay with this little guy's story forever and ever? He's adorable. Like most stories, it always comes down to love and how you express yourself. When a man says, "I want to eat you," he's not saying it like Hannibal here. It's coming from the heart, or maybe the loins. You be the judge. A film needs money, and that's why we have product placement. But it should be subtle, very subtle, like so. Classic product placement, Coke sign. It has concepts like draw me like one of your French girls, mixed with some British royalty drama, and it's got better dialogue than a goddamn Aaron Sorkin film.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
My nose isn't bleeding because I'm horny. Let me repeat that. My nose isn't bleeding because I'm horny. I wish I could deliver the statement the way they do in the movie. This film is so absolutely bonkers and musical and just downright crazy, I actually considered singing this abnormal review. I decided against it. In the end, I would like to keep some of my subscribers. And nowadays, everyone is a reservoir dog, walking in style, and it doesn't matter whether all men are assholes according to the great expectations. As crazy as this movie absolutely is, the director is still able to make us wonder if he's going to break our hearts at certain points in this movie. That's incredible because this film is so over-the-top ridiculous, and yet at a moment's notice, it can reel you right back in and say, hey, have a tender moment. And it actually works. I just don't know how you can pull that off. I don't know how this director can do it. Well, he did it with a chord. Then there's shades of Night of the Living Dead style walking, mixed with the dancing from Thriller, and you got the birds overhead, and Mercutio claiming it's but a scratch, amidst a speed-type face-off, with Dante's Peak overseeing everything, with a tornado-like Wizard of Oz moment, with Toto of course, and swinging your arms in a sound of music and penetrating the walls of heaven or hell or purgatory. Okay, I don't know what I've done here, or how that's going to come off to you, the viewer, but I gotta say, The Happiness of the Katakuris does things that nobody else ever does. And they don't just do something new, they do something new in a completely bizarre way. Now, this is a film that's done in a purposely fun, purposely kooky, purposely spoopy, a new word I've just learned, and it is magical. It's a film that's just so out there, and I can't help but love how out there it is. If you like weird shit, you should see this film. I hope I've at least been able to pique your interest a little bit because this is a film that is not from this planet. I do urge you to watch this film. I do urge you to just go with it. This is not a normal film. If you're stark raving mad like Tony Shalhoub, then just go for it. Go for it. I love the shit out of this film, and it was so great to watch this film right after the 7 disturbing feature films that I just finished watching. And honestly, how can you not love this little guy? I would like to see a full, entire feature of just this little guy. We'll see you tomorrow.